there, ladies and gentlemen, आणि म्हज्या मोगाळ गोंयकार भावांनो आनी भयणांनो. Today we have come for an episode for a very unique festival or a feast or a fest which is celebrated in the village of Pomburpa. I was very intrigued by a saying that was there की पोंबुरपेचे फेस्त हें गोरिबांक न्हय. In other words, there is a saying which says that the feast of Pomburpa is not meant for the poor people and the poor children. So I was very intrigued why there was this saying. And then they told me that for this particular church, the people would come riding on horseback and in palanquins, the rich people, from Shorao, an island which is just opposite Pomburpa, and from Olavli and from the nearby places, Aldona and all that. And then if there were these poor children running around the place, they would come under the hoofs of the horses. Now that is what started this saying. But when you come here to this village of Pomburpa, the most beautiful place is the ferry point. Though it is a very narrow place to what you call come in, earlier the people used to come by the Wade or a Ponyer, big one. Right now they come by the Shorao ferry. So when we came into this Pomburpa, I just wanted to understand the actual meaning of what this coinage was, that Pomburpeche fest हे गरिबांच्या भुरग्यांक न्हय. And we found a nice shop here, Mrs. C.A. Alvarez, and we thought of asking the gentleman here. In the shop, we met Mr. Gabriel Alvarez, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, nobody in Goa knows anybody with their proper names. Gabriel, they know him as Gabru. So let us speak to Mr. Gabriel. Mr. Alvarez, yes. We have the feast of Mother of God today. So happy feast to you. Yeah. Gabriel Bab, we have a saying which says that Pomburpeche fest in Goribancha Burgyang Noi. Can you please tell us why this coinage was?
So as far as I know about this is that during those good old days, there was one section which was known as Ranis. They used to stay in the neighboring village, and they used to come on the horseback, and literally the poor people were trampled when they used to come. So that was the actual meaning of that.
You must have seen this feast right from the time that you were a child.
I was born in this village.
You were born in this village. From your childhood to now, how have you seen this festival change?
Festival has changed in the sense that the ferry, that was the stalls, has reduced considerably.
Okay.
Like there used to be salt fish, plenty coming in there.
Now you don't find?
No, not a single basket of salt fish is coming.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gabriel Bab, for your information. Thank you.
Amen. Bol mogar babaynanun. Charles dis adim. Boda sondosan sumia zezucha zolmanji porop ami somromli. Taka deu mundaran betolo tia disaso uras ais ami kottau. Povid atmenches surtin udar pirain. Simiao ani ana deu mundaran ailin. आणि त्याच पवित्र आत्म्याच्या उजवाडान सोम्याक ओळखून आणि सोमी आयच्या दिसा दोन सिम्यावांक परसांग उजवाडायता तो उजवाड तुवें दाखोवन दिलोय. ह्यो वादीत तुज्या आशिर्वादान पवित्र कर. क्रिस्त आमच्या सोम्या वरवीं
देव घ्या.
आमचो देव आत्म्याचो काळो सबयलो ताणे आपल्या
संगता मिस भेटूंक गायल्या देखून आनी तुमी सगळ्यांचेर आसलेल्यांक तुमकां येवकार हे परबीच्या मिसा.
when we came for this feast of Mother of God or Mai Deus at Pomburba, we were very, very fortunate to meet the Bishop of Sindhudurga, Reverend Father Alvin Barreto. Father, please accept my greetings for a very happy feast to you.
Same to you.
And today you are the main celebrant of this feast, which has got a wonderful history here. Well, this particular feast has got some significance. We would love to hear it from you.
This church celebrates also, today we celebrate also the Feast of the Candles. Is a presentation of the Lord to the temple. Now, according to Jewish tradition, the child was always offered to the temple on the 40th day.
Okay.
And that's why 40th day of his birth is today, 2nd of May.
Okay.
And therefore we celebrate this feast as a presentation, the day of presentation. Our Lady presented Jesus on the 40th day to the church, to the temple that time. Okay, yeah.
And we celebrate this in the Church of the Mother of God.
Yeah.
Father, you have come all the way from Sindhudurg to Goa.
Yeah.
And along with you, there are a lot of people also who have come over here.
Yeah.
How do you find Goa and Sindhudurg, the people?
Yeah. If you see, most of the people who are in Sindhudurg, Catholics especially, are from Goa.
Oh,
Yeah. And these people who have come just now, whom you met, or rather they took a picture with me, they are from this place,
from Pomburpa.
Pomurpa. And they always knew they are from Pomurpa. They don't know anything about zones and all that. They said, we don't get anything. But they said, we'll pay our visit to this church on the feast day, and that's how they are come here.
One last question, Father, before I go. I would prefer if you could give a message of goodwill and of the feast to the people and my viewers who are all over the world
Yeah.
about the feast.
The Feast of Our Lady, I love to celebrate because Our Lady, is specially chosen by God to be a mother of Jesus. And nobody likes to insult the mother. So the more we celebrate the Feast of Mary, Jesus also feels happy. Jesus in a very special way respected her. He obeyed her. And she always pleased. She doesn't give anything to us. People pray and they say, Mother Mary gave me this. She doesn't give anything. She pleads to her son. And the son is who gives. Therefore, we always say, Mary, pray for us. We don't say, Mary, have mercy on us. Mary, give us this. We say, pray for us to your son. Okay? So she's an intercessor.
So she conveys your wishes to her son, who is the Son of God.
And her faith in the Son is much greater than your faith and my faith.
Definitely.
Okay? And therefore, when she prays, he grants the things through her intercession.
Ladies and gentlemen, two messages that I have personally got from His Grace, the Bishop, and that is a human and God can reside in one person, if I'm right. You have to have the divineness in yourself and the faith in yourself to believe. And number two, very, very important, the message is please respect your mothers because they are the being sent by God to help us to reach God, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Father. Very, very
God bless you,
kind.
and it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, behind me you can see a fabulous altar. It's in light blue, sky blue, gold, and it has got amazing carvings on that. So this particular work that has been done has been a massive effort, not only of one person but a collective effort, and it is very, very harmonious. So let us speak to the parish priest of Mother of God Church at Pomburpa, which is celebrating the feast today, and his name, Father Agnello Daigo D'Souza. Father, happy feast to you.
Thank you for coming here.
My pleasure, Father. Father, can you tell us what this feast is about?
This feast is about Mother Mary being the Mother of God, who is our mother also. She brought the light of the world to the world.
Okay. So it is the feast of Candles, Candeia.
Candeia. Her name is Mother of God also, and locally, from tradition, they call her Candeia Sahibin. Today is the feast of the candles,
Yes.
where Jesus was brought in the synagogue,
Okay.
and he was given to God, the Father.
So there was a tradition to bring a child into the synagogue on the 40th.
Yeah. The first child, born of the first child.
So the feast is celebrated on the 2nd of February. That is exactly 40 days from the day that he was born. That is Christmas.
Yeah.
Father, one more question to you. When I came here many years back to this particular church, I found that it was not like this. Today I find that it is magnificent. The colors, the work is really beautiful. People, they have all given me your name as the person who has been responsible. Can you tell us how you managed to turn such old things that were there into such beautiful things?
Now, this is my priority when I am transferred in any church. I saw that it was a very old things were over here, but it was not kept in a proper manner. So my mind was first just to set everything in a proper way. I announced for the people, and people were very generous. This altar, you see on the left side, altar of family. This altar of family, I said, okay, let me put for all people who are in the Gulf area from Pomurpa, and they generously give the money. Then I moved from here. I moved to the right one. This is the altar of Saint Anthony and Saint Sebastian. So with this, I said I open for those who are seafarers, Tharvatis, and all those who are in London and Canada or over there, that side. Then that big altar, okay, this all Gaonkas, we said this is ours, and they were very happy to do this work. Then I divided every house to put money in every house, how much every house can donate over it. And like this altar, big altar, was given by their generosity. Then I went for this pulpit, the old pulpit. Now nobody sees over there.
Yeah.
So this is the work of my youth and catechists. And this altar of Saint Heart of Jesus, this was donated by one family, Aninya Pereira and the whole their family. And this is how I carried the work they wanted, through the power of God and the blessings of God.
Father, I must compliment you. Something that I think you pride with is when His Holiness, the Pope, was in Goa, and the chair that he sat on is today a part of your church.
So you see, this is the chair. In 1986, it was taken to Kampal when the Pope had come. And I was proud because in the whole of Goa, when I was in Majorda, I was selected as a Patku to represent Patkus, curates, to be over there on the stage.
On the stage.
And now I'm happy to see, okay, that this is the chair that the Pope has sat on it.
This is the original chair.
Original chair, possible.
Is this the papal crest?
Yeah.
This is all.
This is
His
all.
Holiness the Pope.
Yeah. This is a marvelous piece. So when I saw this, I said, okay, this is a nice one. And here you see the initials, M, D, P. Mãe de Deus Pomurpa.
So Father, now can you give us a message for the people of Goa and the world?
My message today, as I celebrate this feast, wonderful feast in our Roman Catholic Church. It is not only the feast of Pomurpa only, of the whole world.
Yes.
So my message to the world that not only our Christian, but the Christian has the first duty to give this light for other communities, so that other communities also take this light for their brothers and sisters and be really happy as we today are happy to this light of the world.
So ladies and gentlemen, let us say thank you to Father Daigos. Thank you very much, Father, and let me wish you again a happy feast.
Thank you. Very much. This church is built on a cave. Strong.
There is a cave down.
It's a cave down.
Okay.
And the cave surrounding. Even my residence is on the cave. Old people know. Now they said, okay, as it is not put up in the media also, nobody
Yes.
come.
So ladies and gentlemen, now that the father has told us that this entire church and his parish house is on a cave, we had to get this thing for you because we are right now doing the caves of Goa. And we met a gentleman by the name Simon Rodrigues. He is from Pomurpa, and everybody pointed a finger to him when we said that we wanted to see the cave. So let me bring to you Simon Rodrigues. Simon Bob, happy feast to you.
Happy feast.
Yes. You are from Pomurpa.
Yeah, I am
So can you just tell me something in brief about the church?
The church, it was built as you can see here,
1590.
1590.
Yes.
And then it was handed over to the village in 1604.
So it was actually the Franciscans who were here initially.
It was the Franciscan.
And what father told us was that this church and his parish house, parochial house, is on a cave.
Yeah, it is on a cave. It's only a part of it we can see. First of all, we can go to the church and see the spiral steps and all the stuff. Here there used to be a manhole where it used to go below, and this had a tunnel right up to the other side. Both the sides are closed.
Both the sides are closed.
And under the tabernacle, there is a passage. The Holy Sacrament, they could remove it out and take it
To a safe
safer place. If you see here, under, there is a passage down. There is a passage. It's deep down,
Okay.
and there are steps on both sides. Here there was an ark, and there was a door near there, and there was a passage to go to the tunnel below. This is the place where you could, this is under the church, which had a passage almost 200, 300 meters you could go inside. There were channels where from there, as saying goes, it goes one to Nashnola and one to Sukur. And also there was this drainage, actually the spring water
Yes.
is to get collected behind the church, which that line has been choked up and blocked up, and now there is no water here. If you go to the other side, you will find that because of the bats, the smell is so...
It's overpowering.
Yeah, overpowering.
In fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is a message I have been giving you every time we go to the caves. Don't go inside any tunnels without supervision. These are the words of this great man here who's entered that tunnel, but unfortunately today it has been closed. म्हणजे गोंयकार भावानो, केन्नाय फेस्त आसता त्या दिसा कोणेय आपणाच्या घरांसून भायर सरना. But today, I am honored, I am privileged to have Mr. Rodrigues over here, who has got guests in the house, but he kept you in mind. He came with the My Goem team of Prudent to show us the caves that are under the Church of Mother of God at Pomburpa. On your behalf, let me say a big thank you to you, sir, for sharing this to us.
Thank you.
And have a good feast. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of episode at the Pomburpa Church of the Mother of God, where we started off with that saying that Pomburpeche fest in Goribancha Burgyang Nui. Because lot of people here who came from Shorround, from Altona, they came in palanquins and on their horses and in their horse carriages, and they didn't care for anybody running around, and they came under the wheels. Well, right now I am standing on a pulpit, very rare to find in Goa, which is outside the church, and this was basically for when there was a feast or many more people to come. The main celebrant of this particular feast was His Grace Father Alvin Barreto, who is the Bishop of Sindhudurg. And just for your information, he is a resident of Sholi. Today, the one message that I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, rather two messages. Whenever there is a festival in Goa, attend it irrespective of which faith. We have got some amazing festivals happening, whether it is in the Catholic religion, Christian religion, whether it is in Hindus or whether it is in Muslims. Amazing. You will miss out on the beauty of what is Goa if you don't go over here. But go with one thing in your mind, that you are going there as a Goan and you will enjoy it much better. And the second message that is there of today's feast is that riches should not go to your head. Please take care of all the surrounding people who are there as you go up and climb the staircase to the clouds. But don't let your head remain there and feet on the ground. This festival of Pompurpa is about that. I'm sure you will want to tell us a lot of things. You see an email over here. Please write to us. Tell us what is it that you liked, what is it that you did not like, what is it that you want us to bring to you. There are a lot of things in Goa, but the most important thing that is now not being in Goa is the Goan himself. So please watch my Goem on Prudent and know what your Goa is. Today's episode will be totally incomplete if I forget to say the Konkani word Dev Bore Koru. And this Dev Bore Koru goes not only to the parish priest and all the people here in the church, but to a good friend of ours, Mrs. Shweta Mendes. I must thank her because it is her prodding that brought me here to this festival, and for that I say thanks to her. And at the same time, I take leave of you and I say bye-bye till the next episode.